Everyone, Boker Tov. We're continuing the halachot of Chanukah, and where is the best place to light the menorah? So there's got to be Pirsumin Nisa to try to show off the miracle to others, but the first place you want to show it off is to your home, to your family. So it's got to try to do this dual function. So, okay, if you have a window facing the street, and it's also in a place where your family could see, that's ideal. More ideal is actually the front door where you have your menorah, you have your mezuzah on one side and the menorah on the other side. The problem is that if there's wind in the house, etc., it usually doesn't work out. It can work out if, let's say, you have a glass door or something, then that can maybe work out. And also it goes into the house and it goes to the outside, because the main pirsumin is actually is for you and your family to see it. So that's the ideal. Again, sometimes it's difficult in the front door because of, as explained. So then next ideal is in the front window. And the Rama writes, this is the Moshe Yitzchak the Ashkenazim, about 500 years ago, he already wrote his anti-Semitism, and so of course we want to put it in our window anyways. Sometimes you got to be practical and like, hello, if I do that, I'm going to get my house bashed in or whatever it was. So because of Pirsum Nisa, you want to mifarsim, but the main thing is Pirsum in the house. So he said already then that you could light it on your table, in your dining room, whatever, where it's not exposed, you still fulfill the mitzvah. Meaning the mitzvah is still fulfilled, you just light it wherever you are, you light the candles, you fulfill it, but the concept of Pirsum Nisa, which is the main function, should be exposed. But if that's going to cause harm or anything, then you could light it on your table and you still fulfill the mitzvah that way. Now, the ideal place it's to light is your house. Ner ish ubeto. It's supposed to be in the house. Now, let's say the family is away at a hotel or whatever. So you light it there. You light it where it is. You don't have to stay home for Chanukah in order to light in the house. But that is the ideal place. Now, let's say the father's home. People do a lot of traveling these days. So let's say the father's home, and the rest of the family is not home. So Sfaradim we're talking about that there's only one menorah lit for the family. So the father lights it at home for the family, and everybody else is yotzeh in that way. So too, let's say the wife is home, and everybody else is not home for a night. Let's say the husband's out on business, or no one else is home. The wife is home. She lights the menorah because she's like the husband. She's also obligated, and she's at home, so she overrides the. So she lights it for the family. If, let's say, they are both in separate places, not in their home, right? So one's on business in this hotel, one's on business in that hotel. So the husband lights for the family, and if let's say there is a discrepancy of time zones, then there could be differences there. But really, once the father lights, even if it's a different time zone, technically he's motzi his whole family. So there's to be yotzeh 100%. If you want to cover all bases, so the wife would light without a bracha. Or let's say when I was in yeshiva, even though I was in Israel, my parents were here, but I relied on my dad's lighting. But I also would give a contribution to a friend of, let's say, 10 shekels, whatever it is, to be a part of his oil. And that's also like, kind of being yotzeh through him as well. I wouldn't light my own until I got married, but I would be yotzeh that way. The proper time to light the menorah is at Set HaKochavim, when the stars come out. So there's shkia, there's sunset. And about a half an hour later, that's the ideal time. So the Shabbat, we wait till 45 minutes, etc. And from that time that you light, it should be going for a half an hour. So putting it into practical times, you're looking at about 5:10 these days. Around 5:10 is about a half an hour after sunset. So you light it at that point for at least a half an hour. And we have the mitzvah of Arvit around that time as well. And then we have the concept of Tadir V'Sheno Tadir Tidir Kodem, things that come more often take precedence. So Arvit should be done first before you light menorah. And if you want to come to the Magen David Minyan for Arvit, if you don't come as a regular, that is good, because we pray right after sunset. So it's perfect timing. You say your Arvit and you light your Menorah on time. Okay, that's that for today. Tonight is Barech Alenu. Sorry if I put it the correction in the chat if you didn't see. But tonight we will start Barech Alenu. Today Mincha is at 4:25. Tonight at 8:30 we're having the community Kumzitz, a nice get together, Klante Park, Petach Tikva, Magen David, here at Magen David at 8:30. If you still didn't register, we could probably squeeze you in. Let me know. And the Gemara Shiur will be tomorrow night. Bezrat Hashem. Have a good day, everyone. Tana